So before I pop over to the plot, I thought I'd show you the water barrel that's actually been installed by the water board, and also show you my veg trug update. So let's have a look at that. So as you can see, it's all been fitted up, and I have actually put a bit of sealant around there as well, because I've noticed with these ones, because they're so deep, sometimes they do tend to leak a little bit, but I've just done that as a precaution. But it's a 200 litre one, and yeah, it's completely full to the top now. And yeah, then the veg trug is looking absolutely huge. Look at these swede. I mean, it's a jungle. I'm actually using these leaves as a sort of cabbage substitute as well. So I'm just taking them off and steaming them. But the lettuces I'm just picking and using cut and come again. I've even got in here some house tomatoes, and then also some chilli plants over this side. More chilli plants, which are starting to flower up now finally. And then my herb bed. So yeah, it's all looking great. So they came over, fitted it all up, and yeah, for free as well. So if you haven't got one, consider putting one on your drain pipe, because this filled up overnight. And they also give me like a shower head, a hose pipe kit, it's a water saving device for your toilet system, a timer for the shower, and also a sink faucet as well for you to adapt to. So yeah. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So this week I'm feeling more positive, more upbeat, and the sun is out. It's not too warm in here, but I'm still a sweaty mess. I've been pottering on for about an hour or so, had a coffee with Linda and all, and then I'm back over here now because I've got loads and loads of jobs to do as always, but smiles on my face. And this week I'm going to put in the remainder of the beans. I've done some bush beans. I've got some remaining bush beans off my mum as well. I planted a lot of them up by one. I've got a few spares. I've got some cucumber plants which need to be rehomed, so I'll give 2 to Linda. And the remaining I've got in here, and they've just been kind of just in limbo really in this greenhouse. So I decided I've got some 30 litre buckets I've used on the potatoes, and they've been used now, so I may as well use them. I'm going to put some compost in and some soil from outside, and then what I'm going to do then is fill them up, sow some carrots. Now this is your last, it's the last chance now of sowing some carrots. I'm going to do some early nonce. I'm going to do 2 buckets of them, and then the remaining 3 buckets I'm going to put cucumbers in, maybe sow some lettuces as well and put them in the greenhouse on a tray. But yeah, I thought I'd use those buckets up for the bush beans as well and the cucumbers, so that at least they're growing on in here, and then I can always put them outside then as well. But for now, I've got this space in the greenhouse that's not being used, so I'm going to pop the 30 litre buckets down and just use that space up, because this greenhouse is a bonus this year. So let's go. So the buckets are in. I've got 4 here, and I've got another 2 over on the fig and olive, which I'm going to go grab now. I think I'm going to do, like I said, 3 buckets here of bush beans, and 1 or 2 for cucumbers, because they're small plants. They're not going to do nothing, I don't think, but I'm going to give them a go anyway. I'm going to give them a chance. These are the house tomatoes. Now, this is a great little tomato plant. It's only in a little small pot, but it's producing some tiny little tomatoes, which is beautiful. The letards as well, they're doing okay, but they're not doing amazing, and I know why it is. I put too much perlite in this soil, and even though I'm feeding them, it's draining out too much. So I think I'm going to pop them on as well today as well. So I've got a few buckets of mismatched plants, and I don't really need them anymore, so I'm going to pop these on and put these in here, I think. These are looking amazing, the tumbling toms. This one and this one, they're just doing great, and there's even some tomatoes on here now, so that's great. This one is also, this one's called the Pinocchio orange, and yeah, it's like a micro tomato plant, so it doesn't get any bigger than this. It's perfect if you haven't got much space. There is some tomatoes on there as well, and some flowers, so there's some good news. And the blueberries I showed you last week, honestly, look at them now. They're all ripening, and they're absolutely delicious. I think these are called titanium, if I remember rightly. They're beautiful. I'm so pleased that I see a lot of people growing blueberries and saying like they're not worth it, or they take too long and you have to use ericaceous soil. But I've had these plants now for 3 years. I bought them on the grapevine plot, the first ever plot that I had on the channel. And I remember doing a video and it never did well. You know, it was how to grow the perfect blueberries, and the video just didn't do really well when I first put it out. And it was just like, I think it was the first time where a video really flopped. And then weirdly, over the years, it's become one of my best videos because people keep going back to it, you know, like an evergreen video. But yeah, I'm pleased now after 3 years that this is giving me a good crop. I've got a few more outside as well, so I'm just trialing which ones are the best varieties. And I think titanium seems to be what's producing the best at the moment. And these have been neglected. They were left on the grapevine plot for so long, but they're doing well now, so I'm pleased with them. So the buckets are here now, and let's just plant them out. Let's get all that done. Right, let's waffle in. Let's get these jobs done.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
I'm really pleased with them now, you know, that I'm using them buckets up. They were going to be wasted anyway. The compost was left over from the season. For some reason, this greenhouse considered I wasn't going to use it. It's got tomatoes in here, cucumbers, and also in the corner, I thought that was a cucumber plant. It was actually the long bean, snake bean, off Kerry from Dog on the Plot. I'll probably link to her channel in the description. But she gave me that Malvern, and I thought I lost it. But when I looked in, the name tag had gone into the soil, but luckily it's in now, and hopefully we'll get some of those snake beans later on in the season. I also popped up as well because Cheryl popped over to get some of the beans that she'd been using a tray in my polytunnel to germinate some beans, and she asked me did I want a couple of spares, so I've popped them as well into the oh my god, why can't I talk, into the trellis as well of the beans, because there was a few gaps. So I've popped them in there now as well, so thanks so much. It's nice to share in there, so let's go on to the next jobs. So the beans that Cheryl's been growing in my polytunnel, just to have some more heat to just boost them on a bit because of this crappy weather, why not let someone else use the space in the polytunnel? I'm going to drop them over now. Hopefully Linda's over there as well. We can have a cuppa, we'll see. Drop her beans over as well so that she can plant them out, and then get back here and get the rest of the jobs done. So before I pop down and see Cheryl and Linda, I just want to show you like our allotment site on the one side. It's now starting to bulk up. There's a lot of flowers and foliage, and yeah, even though we're a little bit behind, we'll get there in the end. Hiya, Cheryl!
Yeah.
Caught Linda YouTubing on someone else's plot. What are you doing here, Linda? Let's promote your video that's coming out. What are you up to?
I'm doing a Let's Be Nosy on Cheryl's plot. I'll be doing other things as well on the video. But oh, I couldn't wait to do this one. This plot is absolutely beautiful, and I'm always admiring it, especially when we're sat having a cuppa.
When will the video be out, Linda?
It'll be out soon. If it's not already out before Danny does his,
lovely.
It'll be out soon.
Let's have a cuppa, Linda.
Okay, come on then.
But as you can see, Cheryl's plot is absolutely stunning. She does really well, doesn't she, Linda?
She do. I love it. She always inspires me.
She's an inspiration to all. She won't show us. Look, give us a wave, Cheryl. Yeah, and if you see, Linda's got the first red tomato on site.
Woohoo!
There you are, Linda.
Now, time for a celebration to celebrate my red tomato. Let's get the kettle on and have a cuppa. I should just select a few, shouldn't I? The rest of them are a bit heat damaged. Remember, they melted. They melted when we had all that heat.
And he was selling. Yeah, that's because the shop was shut.
They're still okay though.
So which one was good? The Titan.
Yeah, the Titans are okay. Hello. Cheers.
So we've had our coffees now, and I thought this would be a good time to show you at Linda's plot and just show you all the progress she's done over at the Feel Good Garden. So Linda, do you want to take him around to have a little quick look around your plot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Where do we want to start then?
Start at the very beginning, a very good place to start.
My little flower garden. I've got a few more plants to go in, but I've cut a lot back, but I planted some new plants and they're starting to come now.
It's over the pond area though, isn't it?
It is. This is where we sit to have our cuppa. We've just had a cuppa.
Should we want to show us the polytunnel? Oh, thanks.
Come on in. So this is our tomatoes. This is the one you gave me, Danny. It's the Atomic Fusion. See, we've got some little tomatoes coming on there, look. Now these, I think they were the ones that Cheryl gave us, and she thinks they're either the firecracker or marmande. Probably the marmande. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're different shapes, so they're probably the firecracker
no,
ones,
this
isn't
is
they?
marmande, the bigger ones are.
Ah, right, so that's marmande. Do you know what these are?
No. I don't. Did I give you that? Was that green with envy?
I'm not sure. Could be. That was one. That was one.
Squelch in you as well, have you, Linda? You've put like
Yeah, I did put the squelch down there. Yeah, it was looking nice and fresh, but it's got a bit brown now. That was a tomato from Johnny, but he wasn't sure which one it was, so we're waiting to see that one. Barry's Crazy Cherry. I think that was that one you gave us? This one is flame tomato.
That was off me as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's another one there. And, oh, now these are the ones I grew from seed. So they've caught up now, look.
Just goes to show.
Crimson blush.
Have you caught them name yet?
Oop, oop. I've just kicked some water over my foot, never mind. No, not yet. So we've got some herbs going on there.
Look at this one here quickly as well. It's like a nursery of plants. That's a great little nursery you've got there, Linda.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're coming.
And you should have yourself a YouTube channel. I'll pop it by you now, Linda's YouTube channel.
We've got some thornus blackberries there, and we're starting to get some blackberries on there, so that's good. Blackcurrant, we picked some blackcurrants off these yesterday, so most of these are gone off there now.
Yeah.
Right, as we come through the archway, I've got nasturtiums there and I've got beans coming up. The white flowered ones are Greek gigantes, and these are just your bog standard runner beans. Not doing particularly well. I need to put some more plants in there, and I've got some more on the go to plant in there. These are the, what do you call it?
Corn?
Corn, not cornflower. Sweet corn. These are the walking onions. Leek's gone to seed, but don't they look pretty? I do like the flowers of those. So I've left them rather than pull them out. And these are the sweet potatoes. I'm really proud of these because I grew the slips myself. So we've got some beans, peas over there, broad beans over there, my cart of flowers.
Give us a wave, Johnny. So our gardening community. And Cheryl.
So I got my onions in there. I've started some seeds there. The beetroot's coming up, but no sign of the carrots. And oh, this is where I planted the leeks that you gave me, Danny. The leeks you gave me today, I've planted them in amongst the others. Yeah.
Hello.
Fig tree there. Haven't planted that yet. Flowers over there. And these echinops. Now they're really pretty. They got like a purpley colour flower on them when they, when they get a bit bigger. So if we go around here, perennial geranium, some mint, and this is my flower bed. So the borage have come beautiful. These are status along here. We've got another borage plant there. I'm not sure what these are, but they were in the packet of mixed seeds. And we've got some more flowers coming up there. I'm not sure what they are because they were in a packet of mixed seeds, like I said. Look at the sunflowers. They've been eaten away a bit, but the leaves look nice and strong, don't they?
Yeah. Everyone called this the Union Jack plant. The way the has to go. That's right there.
These are the early potatoes. They'll be digging them up soon. The ocker's not coming very well, so Danny suggested me moving that. So I'm going to move a few plants to see if they come on any better. So this is the wheelbarrow that Danny gave us. And flowers are coming along nicely on there. Our fruit trees there. Some strawberry plants there, because Doug's made this, because the strawberries were all being eaten away. So Doug's made this. We just got to put some compost on the top now. We got some rotted down bark underneath there, and on top of that is some homemade compost and some straw, and then we're just going to put some compost on the top there, probably some newer compost, and replant some decent strawberries.
Oh, it all looks great. Thanks for showing us around, Linda.
That's all right, you're welcome.
So I'm well watered instead. Cheryl's got her beans over there. I think now I'm going to get another bucket and fill them up now with some soil and a mixture of compost in. I've got some spent compost actually at the back that I use when I harvest potatoes out of buckets early on the season, so that now won't have a nutrient in. I'll mix that for another bucket in the polytunnel in the greenhouse, and then sow the rest of the early nonce, and hopefully we'll have another harvest of carrots, because I've got some carrots growing that should be ready next month, and some the month after, so hopefully these will be the next ones after that, because yeah, fingers crossed. So I've got a pile of French beans from the Congo dwarf variety on the new plot, the fig and olive plot, and also in the veg truck at home, so I'm going to harvest some of them from all areas and have that with a nice cabbage that I'm going to take out of the bed, and also some shallot potatoes as well, and anything else I find on the plot that I can put together and have a nice meal later on. Now, this time of year, you should start to get harvest now. It is behind, it is slow, I get that, but by now we should be getting some form of reward. So yeah, let's try and form some kind of trust together. Wish me luck. Not look much, but I've got a nice little cabbage here, and to be honest, when I pulled it out, I thought, what's going on here? And look, there was a little caterpillar in there. It wasn't a butterfly white in there, just one of those ones that just managed to crawl in. I've also got some shallots in here as well, which I'm going to do a nice shallot gravy, some beautiful shallot potatoes, and also some green beans as well. So yeah, it's enough for a meal. I'm happy with it. I could have harvested more, but I'm only harvesting what I need at the moment. So yeah, it's a meal. The honker black dahlias, second year running now. They are without fail one of my favourites. They're absolutely beautiful, and this is one dahlia plant which is huge that I actually didn't dig out and actually try and overwinter. It was in this metal raised bed, this circular metal raised bed, and it's just done really, really well. There is a few sunflowers and nasturtiums and also straw flowers in here now, but overall I'm happy with these. And on closer inspection, I've just noticed that the tiger calla lilies are also here as well, so they were also overwintered in this bed. I just put a big heavy mulch of bark on the top, and it seems to have done the job, so hopefully we'll have some nice calla lilies in here soon. So it just goes to show that you can actually overmother plants too much, where either they become too leggy and they become too weak and they're reliant on you, or you can actually neglect a plant sometimes and it'll just fight back, you know. And that sometimes happens where you think you're doing the best for your garden when you're actually doing the worst thing by overwatering, overfeeding. Sometimes, you know, just let nature have a chance, you know, and it just proves that these calla lilies and the dahlias that I left in this bed, they were okay. They were protected by the buildings behind as well from the cold winds, and we didn't have a really, really cold winter. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave them in here again for next year. So sometimes just think, am I doing the best for my garden? The leeks are all in here now, which I planted last week, and to be honest, because of all that rain, I didn't water it, and this bed seems to be doing okay. They all seem to be bedding in alright now. There's one weirdly that popped up over there, which I don't know why, maybe it was the mole, who knows. But yeah, these leeks now hopefully will be the next succession of the ones over on the new plot. There's some poppies coming through here, the nasturtiums, which they always do. Just honestly, protect this banana plant, which is actually looking gorgeous again this year. I will cut this one off, and then the rest then are just doing their thing. But at the bottom, just like usual, the nasturtiums give it this nice crown at the bottom. And then as we go across, all the runner beans on here now are in flower. There's so many, but we just need the pollinators, and for some reason, there's just not many bees around this year, and it's a little bit of a worry. Now, when I was being a bit of a moany pants last week, I moaned about, you know, the tomatoes in here, but they're actually doing okay. There's some flowers on here now. They're still about 2 foot on, and this is actually a sucker, I think. So I'm gonna have to go through here and give this a good prune as well. But the tomatoes are doing okay. They're not doing as bad as I thought, but by now normally they're at least double this size, but it is what it is. I'm counting down the days now in work where I just will be able to spend more time in the garden, and it's not long now, another couple of days, and I've got 18 days off, 18 solid days where I can go through here, clear everything out that I don't need, sort out all the trays, sort out all the bits I've got hanging around the paths, you know. And it's just that time, you know, I'm trying to prioritize the time that I have got on trying to keep the plot going. But yeah, it won't be long before I'll have those 18 glorious days off, and I can go through here and do a good weeding. Not that there is loads of weeds, but it definitely needs a good maintenance day, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. So I'm open on Friday and Saturday. Leo's up for the weekend, so it's that time in the summer where he likes to spend a lot of time at his Uncle Daniel's house, so sleep over for about 3 nights. So I'm sure he'll want to come over the plot, and hopefully it'll be in this video. You know, we can get a pile of gardening done. He's probably going to be a bit shocked because there's so much have grown and so much have changed since he last was here, and he's also shot up as well. Wait till you see him. And we've also got a pile of kayaking to do, and swimming and loads of things like that. So I need to try and cram it all in, but also give him some chance, you know, to come over and see the plot as well. But yeah, so yeah, Leo's coming down for the weekend. Now, I just thought I'd show you this as well. Now, this is actually a flower bed still on the plant, and underneath the seed for next year. Now, it won't be long before these will be drying out, and I can actually store these for next year's seeds. So yeah, 3 sweet pea seeds. So Cheryl just popped back over as well. She was taking out all these flowers, and I think she was going to put them in the compost heap. So I said, actually, I'll take them if they're with the roots, because they were overcrowding her beans, and she's got an abundance of flowers on there, honestly. Hopefully Linda will put that video soon so you can see her plot. I will try and do a plot tour of Cheryl's and Linda's plot soon as well, so I can show you, you know, the updates of other people's on the allotments. But yeah, I put these in a bucket of water now, and I might try and plant them out, and hopefully they'll be all right. The dahlias that I planted in here now are all starting to bud up and starting to put on some growth, and I've also got some straw flowers in here as well, so hopefully before long this will look beautiful. And look at the sunflowers, they're shooting up now. While heading out the gate as well, look, I can see now the blauhildas are also taking on some flowers, and I mean, I love the vines as well. They're all purple and they're all climbing up as well, so I think what I'll do is I'll nip that one off now as well so it can start bulking up. But yeah, I'm really pleased that the blauhildas are starting to bulk up as well. Now, if you haven't grown purple beans, a lot of people get excited because they see them growing on there, and then when they boil them or steam them, they turn green. Now, that is a little bit disappointing, but the real reason is that they are actually better if you want to actually find the beans, because obviously when you grow the green ones, they're hard to distinguish from the foliage, but with having the purple ones on the plants, they're easier to pick. So that's probably one of the benefits to them. But yeah, if you haven't already, next year maybe do some blauhilda French beans, because honestly they're such an amazing cropper and they're absolutely beautiful in taste. One thing I am loving this year is this black sweet pea that I sowed. I'm definitely going to grow some more. Now, it is more of a dark purple, but yeah, I'm really pleased with this one, and it really goes well with the others. It really stands out a lot, so I'm really pleased with that one. And also the red nasturtiums, they're just absolutely beautiful. I think I'm actually swaying more from using the traditional orange ones and going to these deep reds. Now, I've just had a look as well, and the brambles are starting to come through, so I don't want them to get bigger, and when the wind blows, rip the polytunnel. So I think this week as well I'm gonna have to come over and cut back this, because it's the hay, you know, it's just absolutely spiky as hell, and yeah, I don't want that going through the polytunnel, and it's actually growing back quicker than I wanted it to. So another job added to the list. Now, it's really nice to see this area now really filling up, and even behind here, this wasn't really as successful as I hoped it to be, but as you can see, there's a couple of leeks now that are starting to establish here, and also the garlics, and I've also got some red amaranth in here. Finally, the courgette plant's picking up. These are my parsnips, and I've noticed there's a few growing down there now as well, so at least I've got a few parsnips growing that I didn't actually think would come. But yeah, this bed is doing okay. This one's doing a lot better. I've got a lot of lettuce over there now that are bolted, and I think that's due to all the heat and then all that rain. But yeah, it is what it is. But I'm taking the wins at the moment, so yeah, I'm overall pleased with this area. So in next week's video, hopefully I'm going to be doing a garden centre visit. It's going to be one of my favourite garden centres, which is absolutely huge. So hopefully that'll be in next week's video. And also the maintenance work of this plot, and also all the DIY stuff that I've got on the list. I'm going to start on the shed, I think, because those 18 days are slowly coming, you know, quick and fast now. And I need to start making sure I order all the materials in ready to start these projects. So yeah, it won't be long now before these plots will be up in ship shape. And I'm also going to pick up a few flowers as well from the garden centre, because on the new plot I want to start introducing some pollinators onto there as well, because in August and September I'll want some on there as well. So hopefully that'll be in there. And if you're interested, Linda's video of Cheryl's plot is here. It's a nice plot tour as well. Honestly, Cheryl's plot is absolutely Gardener's World ready. So yeah, here's the video here. I'm Danny and this is Grow Up.